next painting is called No Further Questions, and this was painted last year, 2015, in April, and so that was the second year of my degree. And the idea of this piece, again, started with the background. And the background, you see these black and white stripes, originated from, well, there's two different ideas with the decision for the black and white background. One was because I thought it's like a device where, a painting device where it can totally affect everything else that can be put on top of that. So obviously the marks that are put on top of the black and white stripes are totally affected by the black and white stripes. So it was one, it was a conventional painting device, and two, at the time, my dog, one of our dogs, Toby, is a border collie, a black and white fur. He just passed away, so I thought we would put him in this painting, a little part of him in this painting, and therefore the black and white stripes. So I was interested just to experiment. I wanted to still experiment with the paint, and so I used spray paint and oil paint, and it was just freestyling at this point. Again, it was 18 months ago, so I was still learning about what I was really trying to achieve with the painting, and I was just having fun with it. So looking back at it now, there are marks that I think I really don't like those. You know, there's certain marks that I think are kind of amateur, but that's, again, it's just a stepping stone to get to where I am now. Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so let me take you closer. This mark, I absolutely love this mark. Again, I didn't have 100% control over it, but the way they just blend together, those, like the blues, the greens, the yellows, the way they just work. It's just, you know, this is one of my symbolic sort of marks, this tick, almost like a bird. It's just a sign of positivity and freedom. So, yeah, it's just an experiment with different colours. Almost, it was one of those paintings where I wanted to incorporate every colour possible. So I'd get every tube out on my, in my studio, and I just use every colour possible. So, and then here with the spray paint, I was using, I had these two spray cans, orange and yellow, and I just went akimbo with them. I had both in like two, you know, double-handed, and just going at the same time, simultaneously spraying. And again, I didn't know what would happen, but it just that freedom of expression in that moment. So there are some marks that I don't approve of now. You know, at the time, I obviously thought they were fine. It was just part of the painting process. But marks like these, like this curved line here with the brush, you know, the paint runs dry, and just sort of here, it's kind of messy and muddly. But I was searching for what it was what I enjoyed, and the marks that I did enjoy. So it would take me a whole canvas to realise that, you know, I would like this mark and certain other things. Like I'd like how the layers sort of fade in to one another. So like this here fades onto the black, and this one goes into the black, and then the black is on top of other marks. You know, certain things like that. So, and like here, you know, I wouldn't paint this nowadays. You know, like this kind of swoopy mark. There's not enough direction to it. You know, a lot of the marks are just very loosely and very, how do we say? Maybe there's too much freedom with certain marks, and they're not decisive enough. I think that's it. The important thing is there's a bit of indecision and like frantic energy going on, where I've sprayed paint, flicked paint. You see closely here. All of this is flicked paint all across the middle, because, you know, maybe I wasn't too happy with that paint that part at the time. So it's just a one big learning curve, this painting. But I do appreciate it for what it is for at that time, and the way I was thinking at that time. The title of this piece originates from, was inspired by the TV series Suits. At the time I was watching Suits, and in court, Harvey Specter and Mike Ross, they'd be questioning, you know, a witness. throw out all of the questions, and at the end it would be no further questions, Your Honour. So, and I feel like that phrase just kind of shuts it down. When they say that, you know they've just nailed it on the head, and it's that's it. Everything is said and done. So I felt like at the time I left everything on the canvas, but now 18 months later I feel like, what the hell did I do? Like, it's a big perplexing mix of things, but you know, at the time I thought, yep, this is the real deal. Right now I think, yeah, it's great. It was a learning curve. I'm not disappointed with it at all, but I feel like I've moved on further from this. So yeah, no further questions.